tripartite importance of addressing an issue like occupational safety and health. And the second important element is that it becomes an important tool for our worldwide campaign to develop measures. Originally, it was an event committed by workers, and the International Confederation of Free Trade Unions, the ICFTU, globalized it so that it's now, in June 2003, gave mandate to establish an annual international event or campaign. But as most of those who are in the audience and at the head table today are somewhat familiar with the ILO, we all know that safety and health at work has been important for the ILO since its foundation in 1919. Indeed, some of the very first international labor standards that were created in the ILO were aimed at protecting workers from hazards in their working environment. Workers themselves will also have access to this tool. With this, I just want to end by thanking everybody who has been involved, in particular Isha, if I...
May we now invite Mr. Lexi Devendra, General Secretary, Sri Lanka Mitahari.
Director, ILO Colombo Office, members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, on the subject of occupational safety and health. I must confess that trade unions were not very effective at that time. Yes, that ISHA has been doing some good work, and trade unions are very happy to be associated with it. The more important things are wages and economic issues. Come to realize that health and safety at work is a very important issue, and now we are beginning to want and allow. So this is the general attitude of workers about a massive, intensive campaign about the importance of health and safety. But not because I am a very popular person, but it's because there is no one else to take the place. Because most trade unions don't attend this committee meeting. They have given infrastructural support and most of all the commitment. Mr. Franklin Amarasinghe, Mr. Gotabaya Dasanayak, the present Director General, and now the Secretary, Mr. Nilanka Putaidu, has been doing some very wonderful work and giving wonderful support. Finally, I would like to thank the ILO for giving us support for the launching of this book. There is so much more for us to do in this field, and we look forward to their cooperation in this respect. Thank you very much.
The EFC, and of course for some of the statements which I could not have possibly made, and I'm happy that Leslie said it. As a member of the industry over 10 years ago, Leslie did make mention of this, but I think it's only proper that I also refer today to the initiative taken by my predecessor in office, Mr. Franklin Amarasinghe, in setting up the ISHA with our colleagues from the trade unions. I am pleased to see in this hall today some of the founder members of the ISHA, both from among management representatives and trade union representatives.
New opportunities and also new uncertainties and insecurities. The challenge before us is to develop capacity to understand problems through the eyes of the people. We must learn to project the impact of any policy on the lives of individual human beings, their families and communities in which they live. We acknowledge that the people of the world have shown in different ways an urgent need to address profound social problems. It is our task to address both their underlying and structural causes and their distressing consequences in order to reduce uncertainty and insecurity in the life of people through formal insurance systems and through investment in workplace safety. However, the most effective 2,500 to 3,000 accidents occur annually in factories. Out of these, 45 to 50% are fatal accidents. The total number of man days lost per year due to accidents in factories is on working conditions and safety and health of people at work. The necessity of greater productivity and competitiveness
work together in making this publication a reality. One of the main objectives of the association is the dissemination of information regarding the benefits of proper occupational safety and health practices. And it gives me great pleasure today to have achieved such purpose by publishing this booklet in simple single language in order to educate workers and employers on the topic of safety and health. An occupational hygiene division of the Labour Department, 500 copies, so that when the officials go on regular inspections and view to the appropriate parties, the balance copies remaining from what will be distributed now will be handed over to